Hello, and welcome back to Game On, where we use sports, athletics, and competition to talk about everything related to mental health. So, today we're going to use a sports movie as a way to start the discussion and hopefully leave you with some meaningful questions and thoughts. I'm going to date myself by referencing this movie, but I'm okay with that. White Men Can't Jump. I couldn't tell you the year that it came out, but certainly a part of my childhood. Now, the character of Woody Harrelson, his friends with Wesley Snipes, and the movie sort of follows the journey of their relationship, and they're playground ballers, as they say, and they're playing in the playground, and they hustle a little bit, and talks about their relationship. And one big theme of the movie is Woody Harrelson's character Billy, who happens to be white, who has a hard time dunking the basketball. And it becomes like a singular focus of his throughout the movie to dunk the basketball. It's almost like he defines himself by dunking the basketball. Mind you, he's a great basketball player. He's a great passer, he's a great shooter and all that, but he's so singularly focused. Now, spoiler alert is that later on in the movie, he winds up being able to dunk the basketball in a game towards the end of the movie. Now, why do I bring this up? Because number one is that even the title of the movie, White Men Can't Jump, forget about the white men part. That's not what I'm focusing on. It's the can't jump. Really, the accurate title would be, I know I'm over analyzing here, would be White Men Can't Dunk, not can't jump, because he could jump. But that becomes like defining, like almost like a label. And now, how often do we, and certainly some of the people that I work with, we put a label on ourselves. We self-label ourselves, and because we label that label ourselves, I'm sorry, that sort of becomes our definition, how we see ourselves. Now, this character, I know it's a movie, he could have easily focused on what he could do rather than what he can do, and also what does it mean to him, the fact that he can't dunk? Why is it all defined by him not being able to dunk? Why not be focused on I'm a great passer? I mean, John Stockton was amazing at assists, and all different players were great. Dennis Rodman was great at rebounding. Why is it have to focus on that one singular thing? What did that mean to this character in the movie? Which begs the questions: what motivates us? Because at the end of the day, in the movie, fictional, he pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and eventually dunked the basketball. So the question for you is, what motivates people? Plenty of people believe that the only way to motivate someone is to be really critical, even critical to myself. And if I keep on being critical, keep on being critical, keep on being critical, then that's the way to motivate me, and eventually I'll get it done. Now, that happened in the movie, but does that happen in real life where I'm defined by it? So we have that possible distortion of labeling myself, and all or nothing, perhaps, that I am the meaning applied to it, that this is how I'm defined. It's either dunk or nothing. What about all the things that I can do? And now there's the other camp of how do we motivate people of focusing on what you do have. I'm not talking about like patronizing and saying, oh, I came to the basketball court and, reward me for that. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people who really struggle, and just showing up is a huge milestone in and of itself. It reminds me of a quote. It's a pretty well-known quote from a psychologist, Carl Rogers. I'm probably going to paraphrase it. That the curious paradox is that when I am able to accept myself, that is when I actually change. Which is an interesting thought. Sometimes it probably feels counterintuitive to most people watching, that when I accept myself, then change happens. Well, if I accept myself, then I'm not going to change. People have this misnomer that, oh, if I really accept myself, that's going to be turned into complacency, and I'm not really going to care, and I'm not going to push, and I'm not going to change. Well, he believes that's not the case. So where's the balance here? Does a label actually push me forward and motivate myself to work harder? Are there other ways to motivate myself to grow and to push? Are there costs to both of them? That's probably the answer, is that it could go both ways. Having a certain standard and pushing myself can push me. It could also be negative, that's a singular label and that's how I define my value, and it's a result that I can't control, then maybe that won't be helpful. On the opposite side of things, that could motivate people. It could also swing into being too much of that, and therefore it won't push me. So I'm really curious what you think. What motivates you? What kind of traps do these present? And at the very least, go find the movie, find a VCR, find a blockbuster, go rent it, grab some popcorn, and have a great time. I hope you enjoy. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.